Welcome back to the Tennessee Frugal Craftsman. It's a Wednesday. I wanted to do an update. It's been a couple days since I actually did any video work because I've been busy doing other things. As you can see here, I've been busy this morning. Called my friend with his tractor and helped me take down a couple trees here. They were big trees that were leaning really badly, and I knew the only way that I could get them down was if I had a tractor pulling at the same time. So I've got somewhere around 15 logs here. Most of these are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them are 16s. And some of them, as you can see, are 13, 14, 15 inches on the tops, not the butts. I actually took the butt cuts off both trees, actually 3 trees here, and I'm going to make door material out of those. Should get a good number of my uprights for my doors out of that. But I've been kind of waylaid the last few days because I was doing some other work, and I'll show you what I was doing here. Some other work that wasn't originally planned. Come over here. There's a couple stacks of my lumber. These are my 16-foot boards. I got my next door neighbor, when the windstorm came through, had some of his oak trees come down. I think I did an earlier video on that. Well, I actually stopped and milled them out to see what I had, and most of that, with the exception of the last 3 or 4 runs here, that is all white oak. The rest is red oak, one of my trees that came down. These, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are red oak. I made those 5/4. But the rest of these I made into 2x8, 2x10. I don't have very big decks on the house, but I've got almost enough to do now all of my decks. As far as the framing, I still need a little bit more a few more deck boards. I'm making them out of that white oak. I know it's going to be, I'll have to pre-drill when I screw everything, but it should last until the cats come home, as they say, because that's the stuff, white oak is the stuff they make ships out of. So it is very good for repelling water, very tight grained and heavy. And so I'm going to plane those out, just kind of clean them up a bit, size them when I get ready. I know they won't be completely dry before I use them, but it'll at least have hopefully a season or so being out to air dry. I know it takes about a year per inch. So yeah, that's part of what I've been doing, is getting that material ready. So originally I was just going to buy pressure treated and deck it in with white oak, but I thought, hey, pressure treated, I've watched, here in the eastern Tennessee, that pressure treated, I always call it pressure painted. As soon as you put that down, you usually only get about 15-20 years out of it, and they have to maybe 20 before they have to replace the decks. So I'll show you so the reason I was using the white oak, I thought that it would last longer. So I will show you what I was doing up here. This is, again, the field where the septic is going to be. I've got a lot of the trees cut out here now, so they can come in and dig. I've got to clean up one pine tree top. It's one of the ones we felled this morning over there. But this was one of the last really big trees up here on my property, up on this section. And I wanted to be able to use it to make up a lot of my 2x6 plating and rafters. So this was one that we pulled down. My neighbor's house is right through there, and this tree was leaning back in that direction. And so that's why I had my friend come and pull it down. And you can see here the size. That's about 22, 24 inches across, probably 24 this way, 22 that way. And it's probably been here for 75 years or so. The other thing is, you can see up here, I've still got, a lot of smaller pine trees. That one's a good size. That's about a 14-inch one. If I needed to grab that one, I could always grab that one now. And I've got another 12 up there, another 14 up there, and a few smaller ones. I plan on leaving as many up here as possible, just kind of give me a little bit of shade and windbreak, and just for looks as well. They'll hopefully reseed some of this. I've still got a couple Scotch pine or Virginia pines over there that's got to probably end up taking down. That one there is just a scraggly looking one. I like to get those ones down. They don't, even that one there, you look up, that's a regular pine tree, but it's got a great big sweep in it. Like those ones aren't much. So, come back down here. So that was one that I dropped. That one was, I landed it right perfectly where I wanted it, right down in here. My friend hooked up, we have a 200-foot cable. He went down, see, there's the tree down there. We hooked up a snatch block, and then he set out in the yard and pulled on it. And my goodness, once I started undercutting it and doing the back cut, he put a little bit of pressure on it. Next thing I know, the thing is coming down. Luckily, it didn't split too badly on the butt, but that little tractor of his has got some pull, especially when you're pulling downhill like that. So I just got to clean that up. You can get a better feel for the lumber piles that I have here. I've got pretty much everything now for the house ready, as far as before the planing process. Someone said, you got a lot of wood there. It's like, yeah, that's about the half of it. You can kind of see, I think there's about 20 some odd piles here. So all the different sizes, and some of them there's double sizes, or double piles of the same stuff. So I am getting pretty handy now to having what I need. Still got to take this one down here. It's holding up a line to my tarp over my saw. That'll probably be one of the last ones to come down. The other one that I took down was down here. It was one of those ones I had been dreading for months. But you can see it down there. It's not quite as big as the other one, but it's a fairly good size. I'd say it's about 22 inch on the butt, but it's down there. And it was leaning back in that direction, which would mean my wood piles and all of these trees, it would have taken branches out of a lot of my nicer trees. And so I got my friend to hook onto it with the tractor, and we pulled it right across towards that wood pile down there. See it down there? Actually, the top landed across the wood pile, very top. I had to take down a couple ash trees or whatever that were in the way, but other than that, that was one of my last really big ones. My biggest one is down there. I don't know whether I'm going to have to take that or not, but leave it. It's a good shade tree for that area. But if I needed If I needed some more lumber, that's the one. It's probably 26, 28 on the butt. I'd do well to get it on my saw. And of course I've got some other ones down in here as well. So again, you can kind of get a perspective of hardwood pile down there, another hardwood pile there. That's red oak, that's white oak. Floor joists, door material, garage material. These are my plating, 2x6 plating, and then this is just bonus. These are my off-cut boards. More off-cut boards, 8-foot stuff, rafter stock, extra long rafter stock, 12-foot joists, and 2x4s, 2x10s, more 8-foot stuff, more 16-foot stuff. And these are boards, 8s, these are 8s and 10s and 12s. And then over here, those are the main house, 9-foot stock. First floor, 2x6s and 2x4s. I forgot that pile there is 2x8s, or sorry, 2x6, 2x4, 8-foot. That's second floor. We're giving you the tour today. I am, hopefully when I get these milled out, I will be pretty well done my lumber package. I'll bring you along for another video on that update. These are all more 8-foot stock 2x4. There's deck boards, white oak in there. There's cedar on the bottom for closets. More 2x6 and 2x4 8-foot stock here, and then more 12-foot random stuff. So anyway, that's kind of the tour. Not a lot of action, that's for sure, on the video, but I just wanted to give you an update of where I've been, what I've been doing. The last video I think that I will have posted was dealing with the cutting, doing a little bit of milling of that white oak. But anyway, it's all part of the process, and as always I appreciate you joining me. If you would, please like and subscribe. I'll try to post a video of me doing some of that bigger stuff, especially getting the 2x6 16-foot stuff hopefully tomorrow. I will start working on that. So I'll be looking for, if you could be looking forward for that video coming out probably by the end of the week or the first of next week. Anyway, until then, as always, you have a great day. Please like and subscribe, tell others. And if you would, I know there's a lot of people who will watch my videos and don't subscribe. If you would, doesn't cost you anything, just hit that subscribe button down at the bottom. It certainly helps the algorithms, and I would appreciate it. Till then, you have a great day.